Let's get back into it. So welcome back to the Call of the Netherdeep. So, you managed to find a vestige of divergence, something called the Jewel of Three Pairs. You didn't quite know what to do with it. But a friendly goblin suggested that you go to the place where it now Baxxozan. We claim that some particularly important events happened during the calamity, and he felt that there's no place really closer to the calamity nearby than Baxxozan, in particular the temple at the back of it called the Betrayer's Rise. So you traveled across the wastelands and you entered into Baxxozan. You met a drow lady who was saying goodbye to her two kids. You were warned about this place, how mercenaries come here to earn their money, but seemingly just as many mercenaries who arrive leave in body bags. It's just a very, very nasty place. This is confirmed when you just entered the city, having talked to this drow mother, and these horribly gibbering mouthed creatures starting making all sorts of unholy sounds. And we stopped mid-battle. And we're going to start with your DM's handsome face. Let me turn on my camera. My handsome face is not working. That's an odd sentence. Someone's enjoying the music.
Pretty good.
I think this is the music they use in Critical Role, actually, with a whee sound in it. I think this is the actual track that they use. Where was I? Here we go. Here's your 3D animated Dungeon Master. Okay, so first up, Sansonay. Sansonay, I'll be playing Sansonay tonight.
Maybe you'll hit something.
Maybe. I think she's going to take the dash action and get right up to this gibbering mouther. But as she gets close, she needs to make a strength saving throw, which she rolls a 14 for, which is enough, and gets right up next to this gibbering mouther. And if you're looking at my screen, I have a cool horse moving animation. Check that out.
Beautiful.
All right.
Majestic.
The commoners around the place cower in fear as this gibbering mouther starts making these horrible ramblings and gurgling sound. But the guard... where is the guard? Why isn't my thing moving around? I've lost my guard. Oh no, the guard's dead, that's why. Okay, the gibbering mouther sees this horse approaching, and is going to try and attempt to spit in Sansonay's eye, choosing a blinding spittle attack. And it rolls... Oh no, needs to make a dexterity saving throw. So she's
got a D4 still.
Okay, dexterity saving throw. She rolls with a D4 12 plus a D4 14. So she manages to dodge out of the way of the blinding spittle. But it is still going to try and bite her. Reaches out and whoops, click the right button, and it misses completely with a 16. The guard is dead. Gibbering mouther. Why isn't my thing moving around? Okay, this gibbering monster kills a commoner, the one over here. Kills the commoner. And then comes slithering off in this direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Other gibbering mouther is going to attack the captain of the guard. First trying to use his blinding spittle. The captain of the guard, Varanthalis, will make his dexterity saving throw. Dodges it easily. The creature is still going to attempt to bite him though. With a chomp. and rolls a natural 20, and he takes 18 points of piercing damage. And he tries to make a strength saving throw, and maintains its feet easily, but still takes 17 points of damage from the gibbering mouther. March, over to you.
Am I still stuck to the goo, even though this one's dead, or?
You are unstuck.
Alright. I will run 30 feet, and then as a bonus action, dash and 30 more feet, and then I will throw a psychic blade at this gross mouth thing.
Okay.
Psychic blade. 21 to hit.
21 to hit. 21. Yes, the psychic thing. And I think that's sneak attack as well, isn't it?
If this thing is considered an ally.
Oh, yes. Yes, very much considered an ally. The psychic blade. I think this will work well for your psychic blade. How does that look?
Ooh.
Okay, so that hits
I
with your
like
psychic blade.
And that's all I can do.
Oh, okay, cool. The guard. Still not working. Okay, gibbering mouther. Where's my thingamajig working? Where is it? I can't find it. Gibbering. What? Oh, this one's dead. That's why. Okay. This guard will rush over in this direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rand Farron, over to you.
That's me. I guess I'll start shooting this one that's way out here.
Okay.
So he doesn't get over there, hopefully. With my premium goblin longbow.
But of course.
Oh. It's not showing up. Cool. 13. I'm just gonna reload everything.
13 against this guy over here.
The far one, yeah.
Okay, that hits. So 7 psychic and damage as well.
That's March's. I gotta roll my damage.
Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong one. Especially since you don't have sneak attack. 11 points of damage. Okay, so your arrow flies along, hits it beautifully, and then it explodes. A pile of goo. Down it goes.
Then I guess I'll use my second shot on this one. Bottom left.
Okay. I would also just like to point out the splat effect when a creature dies. Watch this. Okay, and at 18, are you within range with your premium goblin longbow? Yes, you are. So, yep, 18, that hits. And 9 points of damage. Oops. Okay. That's your turn, Mr. Farron.
That's all I got.
Okay, Ray.
Alright, gonna attack this one with this.
Intelligence saving throw, so these things...
Yep.
Not very intelligent, but it rolls a natural 20. Check out the confetti
Alright,
for a
then.
natural 20. I've been playing. Okay, so natural 20,
Alright.
so it takes half damage.
Yep, half of that.
So 8 points of damage against this one. Okay, nice. Varen Thalis, the drow who seems to be the commander of this army. He looks up at March, and he looks up at Rand Farron and says, "Yes, that is very good. Let's take down these vermin." And he rushes off down to the south. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Protect the commoners! He dashes away. Fog.
I will run 30 feet down, and I think that puts me not close enough to do anything to this thing. Oh no. Okay, we're good. Yeah, I'll hold the dead on the 1, 2, 3.
So wisdom saving throw. 12. I believe that would be a failure.
Yep, that. Oh, and we're not connected. Ooh, crap, damage 3.
3 damage.
Oh wait, but it misrolled. That rolled d8s instead.
Oh, lucky.
So I got lucky on that one. I'm just gonna reload real quick. Let's see if
Sure.
the T.
Why are you reloading? Look at the toll of the dead thing. Ba-ding. I've been playing.
There we go. There we go.
9, much
points.
better.
A little better.
Okay, so the gibbering mouth shakes it off. Definitely affected her. Sansone. Now, Sansone gets 2 attacks, right? Level 5
Fourth
fighter,
level?
yep.
Oh, we're 5
Okay.
now? Okay.
First attack.
Are we 5?
Yeah. First
I
attack
didn't change this.
is only an 11. But an 11 actually hits. And she hacks into it. I'll try and do an Irish accent, but I won't. But she does 5 points of slashing damage to this creature. She comes back again with kindness, her +1 battle axe. And rolls a nice roll. So hits again. There's another 7 points of damage. The creature. Commoners start cowering in fear. Alright. This gibbering mouther is... Oh, that's dead. This one. Okay. It's going to use its blinding spit attack on Sansone. And actually, it's all creatures within 5 feet. So I'm going to need both Sansone and Ray to make what type of, say, dexterity saving throws.
+4 to hers.
Yeah. Even with a 1, she's going to make it. Okay. So this big pile of goop comes and splashes right next to your eyes, but you both cover up. I'm going to leave it to luck. 1 to 3, it's Sansone. It's Sansone. It's going to attack Sansone with this big, disgusting bite. Tries to chomp down on her. And what's her armor class? 18. That will hit. She takes 27 points of piercing damage.
What's her HP?
15 now.
Awesome. Okay.
Strength saving throw. Should be okay at this. No problem. The 24. So the thing kind of overtops of her, tries to drag her down. She takes a massive hit, but she is okay. Okay, and actually, that's its turn. Okay, this guard. I'll try and attack it with its spear. Be gone, foul beast! Ugh! Oh, and he rolls a natural one. No good. Okay. This gibbering mouth continues to slither over towards you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this one up here is dead. March!
I'm too far, so I'm just gonna chill here and guard the peasants.
Oh, thank you, good sir. Thank you. Thank you. You can take the
No problem.
you can take the dodge action if you'd like.
Yeah, sure, I'll take the dodge action.
Because why not? Guard's dead. This guard also does the same thing and says, "Stand back, civilians! We have got this handled. Viren Tellus is on his way." Ran Farron.
I'm gonna keep trying to take out this guy.
14 hits. 13 damage.
Still wiggling, huh?
Still wiggling.
Alright, another one then. Oh.
Ooh, that one flies across and just clatters against the cobblestones. It's a miss.
Alright.
Oh,
That's
you
all
are
I got.
blessed. You are blessed.
Add
Oh,
your
no.
for you.
Sorry, no, I tell a lie. 11 actually hits. My apologies. That hits as well. So,
Beat. Okay.
yep, 14 points of damage as the arrow flies across, thocks into the side of it. I mean, this is a premium weapon we're talking about, so it is
It really
good.
is.
Okay. As this creature continues to make noise in your ear, Ray, I'm going to need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Sorry.
Oh, 1. Pretty good for Ray. So no reactions for a start. And can you roll me a d8, please, Ray?
Sure, sure. In theory.
2. Yeah, you're just... This mindless blather in your ear causes you to seize up and you don't actually do anything this round. As this mindless babble takes over your ears. 15, 20, 30, 6. Okay, charging along. Fog.
Seeing them go crazy, I will approach a little bit. Oop, wrong thing. Stay right there and hold the dead.
Fortunately, you're far enough away from these creatures that the mindless babble doesn't get to them. And for their wisdom saving throw, they roll a 2.
Yeah,
So a nice point of 11 points of damage. On this one here, and it starts shaking uncontrollably. Just doesn't know what to do, and then explodes in a pile of goo. One's down. That's your turn, Fog?
yes, that's all I can do with them.
Okay. Sansonite says, come this way, Ray! But Ray, you are far too concerned about this ringing sound in your ear, and you just fall off here. I'm going to say, since you're so overwhelmed, you just fall to the ground there. Sansonite? Can she get there and attack? She's pretty fast, isn't she? Movement of 40. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, not quite. She gets right up next to it, getting her sword or battle axe ready. Commoners thank March and friends profusely. This gibbering mouth is dead. This guard is going to charge off after this creature. Comes next to it, can't get there and attack. Gibbering mouth is going to use his blinding spittle attack. Sansonite, can you... Oh, that's me. Sansonite needs to make a dexterity saving throw. It's a +1 for 17. She dodged the spittle. And we'll roll the d4, because why not? A 21. And it comes at her, but still bites it. Rolls a 15. Just bounces off her armor, no problem. March, continuing to guard.
Yeah.
Cool. Guard says, it's a bit nicer over here, isn't it? Baron.
Gonna try to finish off this last wiggly boy.
Okay, take a shot. That hits. 15 damage. Yep, still wiggling.
Oh my goodness, he's very wiggly.
17 also hits. 12 damage. He's still standing.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. So I'm going to stay up on the roof. Ray, you come to your senses.
Yay! The Rays will walk
as
over to
such.
Samsonite. Okay. And then you know how you poke somebody in the opposite shoulder they're looking? You know how you do that to make them look the wrong way?
Yep.
So I'll do that to Ray and not Ray, I mean to Samson, and then use that for 5. So
It's
5d8.
Okay. Cool.
27 points.
Nice. 27 hit points. Back to Sansonai. Okay, cool. She's on. Okay, great. And that's your turn?
Yep. Was she over here?
Oh, she's over here.
Okay, then I had a bonus action first to teleport to her first. Do that. I think it was
Teleport.
to touch, right?
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, Varen.
Then did that.
His damn dirty creatures. Comes over, can't get there and attack. But gets nice and close. Fog.
Keep the distance, but move on up around there. And call it.
Okay, far enough away that it doesn't matter. You cast
Ooh.
Toll the Dead. 7 and it's a wisdom save. I roll a natural 20. Hooray! So no damage from that. Sansonai, however, needs to make a wisdom saving throw. Ooh, which he also isn't that good at. She rolls a 9. And with a bless of T4, I think that's enough. Oh, no, that's not enough. So spits in her eyes and she starts to try and wipe the goo out of it, but she is effectively blinded. And then it'll follow up with a bite attack at advantage. And rolls an 18, which I think just hits. Let's check. 18 just hits, so she takes 27 piercing points of damage. And she says, "Oh, thank you. Thanks, Ray. I would have been dead if it wasn't for you." Commoner's cower. Guard will attack with its spear, two-handed. What was an 18 does? So, Malcolm.
How do you want to do this?
So the guard, like a sewing machine, just keeps on stabbing one eye, stabbing out the other. Stab, 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 taking out all the eyes before putting it deep into the creature and ripping it apart as it explodes in a pile of gore. And with that, all these gibbering mouthers are dead. And you find you're back in the city. All right. So as you're gathering, you're just taking a deep breath, as if nothing else, as this incessant noise in your ears stop. The captain approaches it, and if you don't remember what the captain looks like, he looks very cool. He looks like this, and yes, his glaive is that big. And he comes up to you as you... Well, say you guys just group up. You do hear the sounds of battle in other parts of the city, but you momentarily think maybe we can help out, but then it dies out. It seems as if this is not that uncommon here. But the captain approaches your group and says, "Oh, I do not know who you are, but your help in propelling this attack is most welcome. Might I ask who you are?"
We are. What are we called again? Sylvanus supplies Simpleton Subjugators.
It's a name. I would not say it is a catchy name, and I've already forgotten it. I assume you are here to work as a mercenary? And you have already proved your worth. I think you'd make an excellent addition to the Aurora Guard who guards this place.
Is that what we're here for?
I don't think so.
I don't remember why we're
Right.
here, TBH.
So
It's
this
not
is
to
what
be part of the
Frank's
guard
saying. Yeah.
You are here to
for our
really.
destiny.
You came here on the insistence of the goblin who shared his vision with you back in Jigao. And he said to understand why you have the vestige of divergence, he suggested that you visit the Betrayer's Rise in particular in here, which was an ancient temple which has close ties to the Calamity. So really, in a roundabout way, you're looking to get access to the Betrayer's Rise, a temple, because the
And-
goblin thought you might find answers there.
Did someone tell us we were supposed to find this person too? Or no? Don't remember.
I think someone mentioned that Viren Thelus was the leader of this place, and if anybody knows anything about this place, it would be him. He's the leader.
We want nothing to do with these foul creatures. They are going to destroy you all.
Well, my hobgoblin friend, you might indeed be right. I mean, we are not here to stop this demonic invasion. We are here more to keep it in check, shall we say. Inside of the Betrayer's Rise itself, and there is no easy way to put this. There is a portal to the literal abyss. And we have sent high-level magic users, both of the divine and the arcane, to close the gate, but to no avail. So we stand here. It's thankless jobs, but if we didn't do this thankless jobs, the demons we fear would invade and keep coming for Jorhas itself. So we stand here in guard, trying our best to keep it in check. And if you are so interested in ridding this place of demons, Hobgoblin, then I assume you're here as a mercenary. We pay good money, but the risks are high. 100 gold pieces for 3 10 days. You'll never find a better deal with mercenary work than that.
We're actually trying to get to the place that you said that I forgot already.
Betrayer's Rise.
The Betrayer's Rise. Are there any jobs around there regarding that could lead us to that area?
There's nothing I can offer you, I'm afraid. We've stopped people going in there. We have the archaeologist who could make a case, but I'm afraid for now at least, the way is closed. I have some cleanup work to do, shall we say, to help those who have fallen to these creatures, those who are injured. And quite frankly, if you want to talk more about this, now is not the time. I suggest you come and see me in the guards' barracks. Maybe early tomorrow might be best. And he points you over in the directions of the guards' barracks, which is right here.
Yes, B4.
B4, yes. The one with the B4 hovering over the top will be your first clue. I am not sure if any of you are skilled with the healing arts, but if you would be so good, I'm sure there is much help that will need to be done in the infirmary, which you'll notice has a massive B3 hovering over the top of it.
Yes.
Well, I've things to do. Come seek me in the guards' barracks. Maybe we talk tomorrow.
Thank you for your time, sir.
He nods and heads off.
What was his name again? It was
I'll copy and paste it for you. Where is it?
Elvin or something.
Varen Thellis.
Varen Thellis.
Darren.
There you go. I'll keep you on this
So what do
map.
you guys?
In case you want to do something here.
You guys want to help out the medical center in the meantime and help the wounded?
If we have to wait till morning, might as well help
That was
around.
very boring.
Yeah, I have several spells that I think would help some of them.
Right size, fine.
Sansone wipes the goop out of her eyes and says, "All right, lads, let's head over there." How was it? Is it vaguely Sansone like?
Perfect, nailed it.
Dang, I thought she was here.
Yeah.
Uncanny. Okay, so you head over, oops, to the infirmary. However, on the way there, why don't you, Mr. March, roll me a d10.
10.
Mm-hmm.
A 1.
One? Oh, no. You see, an elderly drow, which is kind of an odd thing to see because, drows tend to approach the age of about 30 and stay there for hundreds of years until they eventually start showing the sign of aging. This elderly drow, I mean, must be hundreds and hundreds of years old. And he's kind of pushing...
Calamity.
Not that old. Not that old. And he's pushing this cart. This cart is fairly rudimentary. Just made from wood. There's no like spokes or anything. Just big wooden discs on the side. Not quite the same shape. And so as he pushes his cart along the cobblestones, the action of the cobblestones and the mismatched size of the wheels kind of makes it rattle a little bit. And he approaches the group and says, "Yes, hello, I'm a bit of a traveling merchant here around this place. Can I interest you in some of my wares? They're quite cheap. Anything you need, please let me know."
What does he have on him?
Love to take a look.
Well, I have these cooking pans.
Oh.
I have this rope. I have sleeping mats.
This man looked like he's down and depressed or just old.
A bit of both.
Okay.
God.
Ray is going to use this. He's going to say whatever Marsh says. Marsh is the funniest man you've ever seen in your life in his head.
March, okay. I'm going to roll a d20.
He's
for
not
his
telling
sanity.
Marsh that he's doing this.
Okay, I think a 9 would fail.
So everything Marsh says is hilarious.
Okay, got it. Yes, as I was saying, I've got this old abacus, this book of Johassian children's tales, this old bucket, candle, crowbar, fishing tackle, hunting trap, ink, magnifying glass.
Does this
look at that
guy?
fishing tackle.
Does this guy look like a swindler at all?
We'll make an insight check. Fishing tackle. That's yours for just a simple gold piece, my dear friend.
I am an inexperienced fisherman. Oh wait, you know what? Yeah, no, you are a horrible salesman.
What?
I am an experienced. You clearly don't know the market you are
Okay.
dealing with, and no one buy from him. I'll start yelling, "No one buy from him."
Okay.
Your
5 silver
All-Father
pieces.
says no one should buy from this man,
5 silver
And
and
pieces for
I'll
the
walk
tackle.
away.
Oh, don't listen to him. What about you, Mr. Blue? I'm going to call you. What is it you're wanting?
What did my insight tell me?
Oh, he's just an old man down on his luck, wanting to sell basically junk
God.
to you guys.
He's just gonna say, "Look, old man.
I'm not old.
Uh,
I'm just
what are-
612. I'm a youngster. You're such a kidder.
you should probably sell your stuff for less if you want to make some money."
That's if I sell it for less, it'll be a cost, and then I'll become a beggar. Have you seen a beggar's? No. It's not a very good life.
You're pretty much a beggar at this point, asking a gold for a piece of fishing tackle or whatever the heck that was.
Here you go, fishing tackle. Have you seen the rivers around here? There are no rivers. I'm sorry. This is just what I have. Maybe,
Look, man, if you're gonna laugh at me,
I'm
I'm
sorry.
just gonna join my friend, and I'm gonna walk away.
Oh. Oh, who's left?
I'll buy the rope.
Oh, you seem a lot nicer. A rope. I have hempen rope and silk rope. Which would you like?
Silk is the better one.
Look, since you haven't stormed away like that hobgoblin and the Mr. Blue, I recognize you, and I will sell it to you for a mere 7 gold pieces. And that's cutting my own throat.
Sure, why not? Since my friends were so rude to you.
Oh, yes, they were rude. An inspiration point, if you can tell me who's a famous salesman who used to say cutting my own throat.
Yeah.
Does it ring a bell for anybody?
Billy Mays.
If you read Terry Pratchett? The Squirrel
Not in a
novels?
long time. Not in a very long time.
You should read them and reread them. They're fantastic. There's a kind of like this guy, a guy who will sell anything, and his name's Dibbler. And his name is Cutting My Own Throat Dibbler. That was a famous phrase. So no inspiration points for you. But a silk rope for you,
Yay.
Rand Farron, for a mere 7 gold pieces. And they usually go for 10.
Yay.
I do have this old bucket. Would you be interested in a bucket?
I don't know if I could really find use for a bucket.
Just 5 copper pieces. You don't know. It might come in useful.
Oh, you drive a hard bargain, friend, but why not?
All right, there you go. And it gives you it's a little bit rusty, but it's a perfectly functional bucket for 5 copper
Cool.
pieces.
I don't know what I'm gonna use it for, but you never know. I got a bucket now.
No, please, friend, do not take this in the wrong way. But I do have some top-of-the-line soap as well.
Soup.
Soap, like for washing
Oh,
oneself.
soap. You saying I smell funny, friend?
I preface my statement with no offense meant.
But my friend, you do. You really do.
Renfern will just glare at Ray. I
But,
do not.
you do not. But that's because you know how to use soap. You're a man who knows how to take care of himself. So please, just 2 copper pieces.
Sure. Everyone needs to be a little cleaner.
Soap.
Yeah, I'll buy the soap.
And you're communicating telepathically, right, Ray?
Correct.
Is that your pet? Might I suggest you buy this shovel to clean up after him?
Really? Yep. Do that.
No, that's not my pet.
It's not your pet,
Just,
oh.
just my fool of a friend.
Oh, maybe you're full of a friend. He looks like an excellent cooker. Perhaps you'd like an iron pot. Excuse me, Mr. Fox, would you like an iron pot? Staring at Ray.
Just look at it. No, thank you. I have a saddle thing I can ride in.
But this is for cooking, not for riding. Just a couple of gold pieces.
Don't cook.
A gold piece, then. Help an old man out.
First of all, I only have one
Yeah,
gold piece.
jeez, Ray, help an old man out.
I already helped you out. You still know it.
It's, how about... I don't know if you're looking to court some guy or some girl, but maybe some perfume. Would you like some perfume?
For 1 gold?
Make a persuasion check, Ray.
Persuasion. Not bad persuasion, actually.
Oh, wait, persuasions? Oh, charisma. I thought it was wisdom, huh?
No.
That's why I was maniacally laughing. All right, you can have this vial of perfume for a gold piece. I hope that your courting goes well with whatever guy or girl comes your way.
Absolutely. I'm sure it will come in handy. Can think of many uses for that and get us fairer a look.
Of course, if you're into writing love letters, you'll definitely need some sealing wax to seal your letters. Just 5 silver pieces for some sealing wax.
It's not love letters. They're just not what they're useful for. But thank you, though.
So that's a yes? 5 silver pieces?
No, thank you. I don't have any. You have my last gold piece.
Oh, well, I thank you. Okay, just give me one more item, then I will leave you alone. I do have this steel mirror, useful for looking round corners if creatures are coming your way. So, Mr. Fox or Mr. Rabbit, oh, sorry, my apologies, Mr. Herringon, would you like a steel mirror?
How much for the mirror?
This is a top-of-the-line mirror. It does usually go for 5 gold pieces, but, you know, I'm cutting my own throat, but you can have that for 3 gold pieces.
Sure, sounds like a great deal.
Okay, so take him that steel mirror. Well, you and Mr. Herringon and Mr. Fox have definitely made my day. I shall eat well tonight, but I shall stop bothering you. Good day, may the gods smile upon you.
Have yourself a wonderful day.
And he starts pushing his cart along. Okay, so
Right.
sorry, you're gonna say something?
Ranfarin will hold all his new goodies up and show them to the group, excited.
Cool.
You know, you just gave away your gambling money.
You should not have given that man your business.
What do you mean? I got so many great things and good deals.
And he's happier. Isn't that a
And
good
he's
thing?
happier. I made his day.
The Allfather said not to deal with him. It is your choice, of course, but
Allfather told you not to.
He was
do
kind of mean.
That's true.
Kept
And
laughing
technically,
at me.
it. You had
You were
some
very
funny
fun-
jokes.
you're very funny.
I was talking
Good.
normally, and he was mocking me.
Also very funny. But we didn't really deal with him. It was more of a giving thing. So technically, we didn't disobey.
then why not just give him alms instead of...
Because I didn't think of that.
Well, I'm happy with my purchase.
It is your will, not mine.
He's gonna stuff all of his new things in his backpack.
Okay. Actually, as you're heading towards the infirmary, you notice you can't help but notice this device here. Let me give you a description of that. So, the first thing you notice is some members of the Aurora Guard, and they're taking some of the gibbering mouthers, their bodies, and they're chucking them into the bottom of this pit. It's a 30-foot deep pit, and around the edge of the pit are these rows and rows and rows of silver blades. And the Aurora Guards throw the bodies of 4 or 5 gibbering mouthers, and then they pull a lever by the edge of the pit, and these razors in the side of the pit start spinning. And the gibbering mouthers turn to some type of pale pink pasty liquid, which kind of sinks down deeper. It is rather gruesome, and they just continue to throw demons into there. Strictly demons. You notice there's some dead people, guards from this attack, but they're not throwing them in there. And hello, Mr. Turtwig. Is he in voice yet? Yes,
Hello.
Hey, Sam.
I'm just listening. Well, I'm just listening in to figure out where we are.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, as a quick recap, you defeated the gibbering mouthers. You asked for access to the Betrayer's Rise, and the leader of the guard said, come back tomorrow and talk to me then. He's got other more important things, in his opinion, to do. So at the sacrifice pit, yes, they throw these demons into the hole. They pull a lever and the demons just get turned to goo. Just keep walking? Interested, or?
Renfairn will think of throwing Ray down there, but then walk away.
Hey,
Yeah, avoid that thing at all costs. Head towards the.
One wrong
Injured
step and you're
people.
gone.
Yeah, very uncomfortable.
Okay, so keeping your distance from the sacrifice engine, you make it to the infirmary. This is what the infirmary looks like. There's 2 buildings here. These are you guys. These are guards that have been injured in some way or the other. Some of them look as if they've been here before the recent attack, and some of them look like they've been here for a while with some grievous body wounds. But the walls are lined with shelves that hold old books and medical supplies. The floor is crammed with narrow cots. There's a little small office at the back of one of these buildings, and its door ajar, and it just reeks of medical poultices. And you see this, doesn't look like a drow, the token, but this is a drow. She's kind of rushing around and doing her best to heal these people. It seems as if the new arrivals are here, and some of the more long-term ones are over here. And she's frantically walking back and forth, trying to do the best that she can. What do you do?
they would go by. So are you dying? Like,
Oh, some of them are really close. Like, would you mind coming in and giving a hand? I'm a little bit short-handed.
Ray
Look,
looks at, hey,
Look,
there's a
get
pause.
over here. Put your finger on here. Stem the bleeding while I tend to the wound. Come on, chop, chop.
I don't have fingers.
What,
Renfairn will
Papa?
go over there, I guess.
Someone is taking the initiative.
Put
Okay,
his whole hand in there because he's so small.
okay, that's good. Hold it there.
And-
Apply pressure. And she starts winding a bandage, and already the blood is seeping through your little paw, Randfarron, and coming out. But she's doing her best, and the guy is just covered in sweat, and he kind of passes out. He's obviously in a lot of pain. And you look at the leg, and it's a leg shouldn't have that many right angles. This one's got an extra right angle there. It is quite gruesome to look at. Okay, hold that there.
But Ray did this. Ray did that real quick. As soon as she waited, or what's their day? They waited until Red Farron touched the person, and then immediately used that side point. That way, it looks like when Farron touched the individual, it healed.
Oh, okay.
1d8.
Okay, so you notice that the blood just seeping through this guard's leg with a weird right angle, and she's kind of tending to it, and she's that is amazing. You're obviously some type of medical professional. Please follow me.
Oh my god, I didn't know I could do that. Yeah, I'll follow you right away.
But he just kind of patted along behind every time he touches it.
Okay, so I'll have you guys working with the priest and Ray surreptitiously providing healing. What about Fog, Turtwig, and March? What are you guys doing?
Go into the other, the more serious, long-term wounded, and see if I got a whole bunch of cure wounds that
Okay.
can do what I can with them.
Okay. So, this one guy, we'll say this guy here, is looking very pale. He's a drow, but all the blackness of his face is drained out and is a very sickly grey at the moment. And do you go over and heal him?
Does it just look like he needs healing? Like it's not a disease or anything?
Make a medicine check.
Medicine. 19.
It's not a disease. He's just wounded in the traditional way. Judging by the color of his skin, you think he might be beyond your medical expertise. With a 19, you maybe give him a 50-50 chance of living. He's looking very bad.
Those are pretty good odds.
There are 6 people in this room.
Yep.
Okay. I will give a cure wounds to all of them, starting with the 2 worst will get 2nd level, and everybody else will get a 1st level.
So you're just going to burn all your spell slots, in other words, to heal them as best you can.
Yep.
Yep.
Sylvanus told me to do so, so that is...
Okay, so you wander around, and some of them who look like on death's door, your healing magic, has healed them up. Some of their festering wounds they have close up and effectively get cleaned up. And infections in these places is pretty nasty. But you've dealt with that, Fog. This one person, though, you heal them, and it's an, as I said, 50-50 chance. A 50-50 chance you're going to make it. As you are kind of doing the rounds, as it were, Fog, it's a female, and she, as you go back, she kind of raises her hand and weakly salutes you. And she says, "I don't mean to be a bother, but would you mind passing me my satchel? It's just on the ground there. I just cannot reach it. It's just too hard. Would you mind passing me my satchel?"
Are you so tired from the day's work that you cannot bend over? And as I ask this, I will be reaching down to get it for her. Like I'm not trying to be condescending. I'm asking.
I could get it, but I fear that these stitches that are holding me together might, pop out. And I'm trying my best not to be a bother, but thank you for passing my satchel. And when you hand to her the satchel, Fog, she pulls out a small tiger's eye, which is a type of gemstone. I'm not sure what color a tiger's eye is, but let's say orange. She pulls out a small tiger's eye in the carving of a rabbit. Not a harangon, but a rabbit. And you look on the bottom of it, and it's got her name on it. Her name is... I'll put it in. So she hands you this this tiger stone in the shape of the rabbit, and you look on the bottom of it and it says Nivin.
This is beautiful.
Thank you. It was actually made for me by my mother. It's very precious to me. But you've done remarkable things already, saving people. Might I ask you one more favor?
Of course.
I was planning to visit the Wall of the Unforgotten and place this trinket here. I fear I might not be able to make it. So would you mind doing me a simple favor and just placing this trinket at the Wall of the Unforgotten? I would appreciate it.
We shall go there as soon as we are finished here.
That is fine. I'm afraid I'm not strong enough to do the visit. If that's what you meant by we.
Oh no, my party and I assumed that if you cannot lift a satchel, I understand you're not comfortable.
Thank you. You're a good person. So please do me this favor. But I'm so tired. I'm just going to close my eyes and rest. But you're a good person. May the gods smile upon you.
May Sylvanus watch over you.
And before you can get the centers off, she closes her eyes. And you can tell she's breathing. It's a very... almost rapid breathing. She's almost breathing too much like... I think they got filtered out by my filter. But she's breathing heavily and rapidly. But she's alive.
All right.
All right, so while you're doing that, March, what are you doing?
Just find the closest healer's kit and then tend to wounded people.
Okay. Make me say 3 or 4 medicine checks then. See how well you do.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So one of them, I mean, 9's not too bad. It's slightly below average what an average person could do. But yeah, you've done an excellent job. In fact, the 24 was looking, the natural 20, which you get a cheer for, was looking particularly bad, and you feel the medicine check you did with the medicine kit might have saved that person's life. So, well done. Turtwig, what are you doing?
Yeah, so Turtwig is overwhelmed that all his traveling companions are being nice to so many people. He's not used to that kind of behavior. He's also amazed by all this healing that's going on. He's more sort of typically like a cut up people kind of guy. So he's just a bit in awe. He's just sort of staring, but he does kind of sort of get the message after a while. And he doesn't really know how to heal anyone, but he sort of walks around asking if anyone needs any help. Well, sort of like brandishing his like knife and like his bedroll, and he's not really sure what he's doing. So, but he is trying to be helpful. Well, I'm not sure if he's like it's sort of like when like a 5-year-old tries to be helpful. Like it's not the most useful thing really, but he's trying though. So
Okay, so the
I don't know what he
priestess.
achieves.
Oh, we'll see what he achieves. Remember, there's a guy with a leg with one too many right angles. The priestess here, she says, "Oh, I do not think that this we can save this leg. You, uh, you don't look. You don't look as if you're being very useful. We're going to have to remove this guy's leg below the knee. Mr. Goblin, you seem to be more comfortable with a sword than helping. Would you mind helping me with this?"
Like in literally like a half a second, Turtwig's out there with his scimitar.
Oh, hold on,
Just
hold
like,
on.
where do you,
Hold on. Let me tourniquet off the leg first. You, Harangon, help me tie this. And you probably do the classic tourniquet kind of just below the knee. Rand Farron, make a medicine check at advantage as she's helping you. Let's see how well you tourniquet this leg.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
At advantage? Oh, 18.
Okay.
Pretty good.
I'll take it.
No matter how you do it, basically, I think you did it wrong.
Okay.
Yes, you.
You do it well, but Rand Farron, Ray doesn't recognize it. Okay, all right. Mr. Harangon, hold his hand. And, he's going to react. He's going to try and get up. Hold him down as best you can.
Okay, I'll try my best. I'll sit on his chest.
Okay, sit on his chest. Somebody hand me a piece of wood. Who's got a piece of wood? Something for him to chew on. Quickly!
I'll put my bow in his mouth.
You're fine.
All right, so hold him down, Mr. Harangon. Now, Goblin, this is your moment. Just below the knee. On your marks, get set. And, Turtwig, make an attack roll with your weapon, please. Please be natural one. Please be natural one.
Right?
Please.
Cuts off the wrong leg.
oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
Whoa!
The opposite.
Wow.
Surgical cut.
You get
You're a surgeon.
successful with confetti. Yeah, literally surgeon. So, I imagine, I've never seen this myself as Malcolm the Human, but I imagine, like, cutting off a leg as you kind of hit it once and kind of breaks open, you hit it again, break through the bone, and you hit it again and cut through the rest of the flesh. But not Turtwig. Turtwig brings his scimitar down and cuts the leg right off. And just right below the knee, right where the priestess was requesting it, and the leg flops up. The guy's screaming in pain. Make a strength check, please, Mr. Farron.
Does anyone know sleep?
Well, actually, he might. Let me see. I'm going to roll him a d20 at disadvantage. 16.
Oh.
13. So he
Go for a
seems...
ride.
"Ah!" And Rand Farron, you just get thrown off. And he's angry and he starts like thrashing around. I'm useless without my leg. What the hell are you doing? And he takes a wild swing at you, Turtwig. Apparently he wasn't aware of this happening. Going to do so at disadvantage, just as an unarmed attack. That was a 16. Is a 16 hit?
This is 19. I think I still have my shield with me, I assume. But either way, I'm good.
Okay, so he swings wildly, and imagine this is what it's like in, accident and emergency, right? You get idiots who prefer, even though you're trying to help them, that they fight. Don't understand it myself, but it's a fairly common phenomenon. So this guy pushes off Farron and takes a wild swing at Turtwig and just kind of swishes wide. You kind of duck under your shield a little bit. And she says, no, that's enough. That's enough. And she just pushes the guy down. Says, look, it was your leg or your life. So just calm the hell down. And she pushes him down and he slumps back, seemingly, you know, seemingly exhausted and overwhelmed by the fact that he was attacked by these gibbering mouthers and his leg was literally cut off. And, can you all please make me a religion check? Do so for Sansone. A religion check. Not bad from Sansone. Oh, I'm gonna say Ray.
Oh my.
Ray. Actually, let me something to make my life slightly easier.
Great, very gorgeous.
So Ray, she's wearing a holy symbol around her neck. Like a yeah. So she's wearing a pin, sorry. And this is what you recognize. Oops. Just a second. Yes. Excellent. Okay, so this is what you. All right. That's what you notice, Ray. On her cloak. Okay, so take note of that, however you like. Eventually, with fog and everybody, I'm imagining Sansone's in there clopping around as best she can to help out. Things calm down and she says, well, you guys were sure were a blessing. I thank you for coming. I think quite frankly you saved some lives, so thank you very much. We owe you a debt of gratitude. Who, may I ask, are you?
We are the group known as Sylvanus Supplies Simpleton Subjugators. At your service.
Well, that's an interesting name. I've already forgotten it, but I will not forget the actions that you guys have done today. My name is Baltha, by the way. I thank you for coming here. You are working for Varys, I assume?
We're working for ourselves.
So you are not mercenaries?
We're not.
We're not working for him.
Good answer.
Oh, I can respect that. I mean, the only reason people come here are archaeologists interested in the Betrayer's Rise and mercenaries. So I assume that follows you must be here archaeologists looking to go into Baxxozan, to the Betrayer's Rise.
We're a
Is
little
that
bit
true?
of both, I guess.
Yeah.
Now I don't mean to be forward, but why are you heading into the Betrayer's Rise?
Our destiny awaits us there.
Destiny.
It's not boring.
It's your destiny. I mean, that's the type of answer that sounds 100% truthful and 100% useless at the same time. It doesn't tell me anything. But I can respect that. Your business is your own. I must say, I disapprove of these reclamation efforts in Baxxozan. I I think the Aurora Watch soldiers would be much better used in this war against the Empire. I mean, this is a losing cause. I mean, Baxxozan, in my opinion, is more like a meat grinder. Like, it seems we get 10 mercenaries every 10 day or so, and every 10 day or so we're, you know, feeding them to the crematorium, and everything stays the same. It's a needless waste of life. You're going to ask me if I know of a better solution. I do not.
Well, what do you mean by reclamation?
Well, the long-term goal of Varen is to close the abyssal rift inside of the Betrayer's Rise. Therefore, reclaim Baxxozan away from the demons, because at the moment it's half demons, half soldiers in this endless battle. So long term, he wants to close the rift. We've had clerics there, we've had high-level wizards, and they either do not come back or claim the rift is too powerful. So, if your business is there to go to the Betrayer's Rise, quite frankly, I urge you not to go. Best case scenario, you'll be assaulted by demons. Worst case scenario, you'll be assaulted by demons from in the actual abyss. No, this is probably me asking something which you cannot agree to, but I beg you, do not go to the Betrayer's Rise.
Ray looks at Farron. She has a good point.
Does she?
Sound like it to me.
Some of us will not return, but it is a quest we all must make.
Yeah,
Well put, Bob.
it's well put indeed, Mr. Hobgoblin. So you say it's your destiny. I'll ask one more time. If you could tell me more about your destiny, maybe I will be able to help. But if you wish to keep secrets to yourself, I can also respect that.
She seems okay, and I will. It has something to do with this, and I
That's
will
what it is, I check, sir.
show a little bit of the necklace. There.
Oh, I think it is best if we do not talk here. And she takes you back to the office. Move your tokens or not as you see fit, but not worried about it too much. So what is that you have, Mr. What is your name? Asking Fog.
Fog.
Fog. What is that you have? It looks very interesting.
I do not fully know myself, nor do any of us, I don't think. It is immensely powerful. It is important. And it brought us here.
Does it have a name? Do you know what it is called?
I am one with this item, and it has told me that it is called the Jewel of Three Prayers.
Ah, but I do not recognize this necklace that you wear, and you seem to be very secretive about it. Number one, thank you for trusting me with this information. But number two, caution is to be encouraged. Now, three prayers. You know, it must be an old story about the champions of the three gods. Goodness gracious, I can't believe I remembered it. It's like in my mind, it's a fragment of a legend. Even in the temples of Vasselheim and Ankaral. And she clears her throat as if reciting something from memory, and she says, "Long ago, a hero of the calamity begged for aid from 3 different gods in his time of need. He begged for, let me see, Avandra the Changebringer was one of them, yes. Sehanin, the Moonweaver, was another. And the third, not remember the third, sorry. But, that is a memory. I'm surprised I remembered it. And if you want to know, whoops. Exactly what she said. You're taking notes. This is exactly what she said. So 3 prayers I recognize. Some guy begging for aid. Vandra helped them, Sahanin, and there was a third one, but I'm afraid I cannot remember the third one. Now, a second word of advice. There are 3 archaeologists here of note who are searching for artifacts of the calamity. They might have more information for you, but I'm not sure how well you can trust them. There is one tiefling gentleman called Prolix Yusuf, and an elfin lady called Alosia Talfin. I see them both as reckless and naive in equal measure. They are obsessed with the Betrayer's Rise, and I think that will do them no good in the end. Now, Aloysia, in particular, she is looking for mercenaries to accompany her into the Betrayer's Rise itself. That is, she was here for healing not that long ago, apparently a failed expedition. So you might talk with Aloysia Telfin. And finally, there is a tiefling called Question. And she is a curious one. I don't think she's the adventurous type. But you could talk to Question, Prolix, or Aloysia about these things. So, as I said, I just know this stories. Prolix, Aloysia, and Question. You can judge for yourself whether these people are worthwhile to accompany you. But Fog, thank you for sharing this information with me. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Where is the wall of whatever that injured woman was?
The Wall of the Unforgotten
That one.
is right here. It's got a B6 hovering over top of it.
Oh, okay, good. It's close by.
You have something to place there?
A token from one of the injured soldiers.
Well, whichever injured soldiers you took that from, he is predicting and expecting his own death or her own death. Soldiers here use the Wall of Forgotten to place little mementos, so they are not forgotten. But you'll be doing him a favor if you did that.
Her. It was a.
Oh, is it her? She will appreciate it, no doubt.
Very well.
Okay, and she thanks you once again. She says, "Oh well, the work of a healer is never done. So if you'll excuse me, We've helped them with their initial problem. Now it's time for post-care, I think. But thank you, the simpletons, I'm going to say, for helping us save these people. Much appreciated.
I believe Sansone would let you know it's called for short.
That's called short. Now, sorry, one final thing. I happen to... there was a priest here 10 days or so ago who unfortunately did not make it. He bequested me this item. I'm not sure if I'm quite skilled enough to use it. I will ask you to pay for it, though. It is a spell scroll. It is a spell scroll. Quite powerful. I mean, if one of your friends is turned to stone, you can reverse that. If anybody becomes cursed, it will hurt that. And nearly great wounds that sap your friends of their strength. It would help with that as well. I'm not sure if you're powerful enough to use it, but if you want it, I can sell it to you. I'm afraid I think I know already before I asked, but I'm told this is worth about 500 gold pieces.
Oh my goodness.
500!
It's a little out of our price range.
Well, I understand that, but
You would trade the rabbit for it?
that was in her
I'm
head.
worth at least 600.
No, we're not into Harangon trafficking, I'm afraid. That's not what I do. But if you happen to come across the money, then please come and see me. And in case it wasn't obvious, this was a spell scroll of greater restoration. Which, if you don't know... right, that whispered to myself, which is very useful. If you don't know, that's what a spell scroll of greater restoration does. It's a 5th level spell. Okay, so Baltha bids you farewell, goes about the business, and you find yourself back on the streets of Baxxozan.
We must go to the wall of remembrance for a moment.
Hey,
Okay, Fog,
where is that?
D6. Fog, can you roll me a D10, please?
Alright.
3. Where's my little table here? Roll again. We already had a 3. Roll another D10.
Already. 4.
4. You see a drow warrior. One of the member of the Aurora Watch. He's kind of got several scars on him. He's appears to have survived, I guess, longer than most. The recently injured, they almost looked like too young, not battle-hardened enough to put up much of a fight. But they've done the training, but when it comes to the actual combat, they weren't that. A little bit green, shall we say. But this guy, judging by the crisscross of scars across his body and his armor dents in various places, he looks like he's seen a few things. And you see 2 commoners. And they're looking as if they're wanting just to beat the crap out of each other. And one of them's female, and the female is screaming, "Yeah, if you hadn't encouraged him to come here, he wouldn't be dead. And the kids would still have a father." And the guy responds, "He is my best friend. It's what he wanted." And they start trying to push each other. And this battle-hardened drow is kind of holding back. "Look, both of you, calm down. This is a shit place. You know this type of thing would happen. So just calm the hell down. And they keep on pushing and, trying to take swings at each other's, but he's got them both at arms, like, huge muscled arm, just holding them back at both places. But they're both screaming at each other. Apparently someone lost someone and lost perhaps her husband. Now the children as well, the father and his best friend saying, "This is what he wanted. But now he's without us. Now these kids are without a father. You're a son of a bitch. You were cursed. We were cursed the day my husband met you. Cursed! I kept your husband alive." And they go back and forth. And the drow is keeping them at arm's length. What do you guys do? If anything.
I got my money on the wife.
I will take those odds.
Okay. So you're betting on this
We're just gonna bet
mystic
on the-
dispute? Sorry, Sam, what were you saying?
I was just asking if we were just going to bet on the competition or if we help them out somehow, but we can take odds. It's fine.
I
Okay.
mean, this seems like there is no right. They're both correct, so they just need to fight it out.
Okay, the friend of the guy who died brings out a knife, and the drow immediately slaps it away from him. It clatters down the road. All right, you two, I'm sick of doing this. If you need to sort this out, fine. And he lets them go, and the wife they start wailing on each other. I'm going to say the wife, filled with grief, is... Well, who are you guys betting on?
I bet on the friend.
I bet on the wife.
So you're having a
Ray,
bet between yourself? So what are you betting?
Put some gold on the table here, I guess.
You know what? 2 gold?
Sure.
Turtwig,
Then-
how you... Or Ray?
yeah, Ray, and then because his friend just bet on the wife is going to do this on the wife.
You better not.
Turtwig does not understand who is taking these bets.
Helping you. Add.
Is there a
let's
bookie
say
here?
9 more hit points to the wife.
No, not a bookie. It's players versus players. Like Fog is betting against Ray, against Farron. So,
We'll give you odds on the wife.
Ray is covertly boosting the wife's odds. Is what they're trying to do.
make a sleight of hand check, Ray. See if anybody
it's meant to-
notices
sure.
you boosting the wife.
Yeah, flavored is concentrating hard because I don't use hands, but yeah.
I know you guys' passive perceptions is pretty crap, but let me look at my little table
Yeah, I
here.
got a 17.
Oh, I take
March
it back.
is a 25.
Yes, it was a
I
15.
see everything.
Oh, I take it back. I'm getting confused. March notices. Ray, you don't notice yourself. Sansane doesn't notice it. Turtwig, you don't notice it. Baron, you don't notice it. So I guess it's only March that noticed this subtle sleight of hand.
You
on the
notice-
wife.
You notice me concentrating or wincing or something in my face. I'm doing something that you kind of tell that I'm doing something, I guess, like a poker tail.
Cool. And Turtwig, you're offering odds?
Turtwig is talking about offering odds. I'm not sure if he's smart enough to offer odds. That's tough math, but he was going to give, I think he's just saying stuff. I think he's going to stay out of this.
A Sensei approaches you though, Turtwig. Hi lad, I can why don't we do a friendly wager between the two of us? I said, say how much can you afford and we'll bet that.
Turtwig has much gold. I will bet $2 on the guy, and he tries to explain that he should get better odds, but he just goes with $2 straight. So he'll bet 2 gold pieces on the man.
All right, I'll take those odds. Okay. March, are you participating in this domestic dispute? Putting odds down? Taking a bet? No? Okay. So you know who you bet for. I've forgotten already, but you know. So this is what's going to happen. I was going to give it 50-50 between the wife and the friend, with Ray casting 3 temporary hit points. It's going to give the wife quite a bit of advantage, actually, because commoners typically have 4 hit points. So it's given her 7 hit points. So I'm going to say on a 1 to 13 on a flat d20, the wife wins. Instead of going back and forth with combat and doing all of that, just roll a straight d20. On a 1 to 13, the wife wins. Okay. The wife, fueled with spousal anger, just beats the crap out of this guy. In fact, it's so one-handed. He comes lunging at her. She steps aside, kind of trips him with her foot. He falls flat on her face. He jumps on his back and just starts punching him. Boosh, 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 boosh. And the guy's uselessly holding on to his head, trying to deflect the blows. And eventually his hands kind of go limp, but she continues to punch him. And then the drow grabs the lady by the scruff of the neck and says, that's enough. That's enough. You've made your point. You said you had kids. Maybe you should go talk to your kids about your grieving the loss of their father. This violence helps nothing. Get away with you. And she turns, glares, and disappears, presumably to see the kids. Eventually, the guy on the ground shakes his head off, looks embarrassed, and leaves away. So, Turtwig, who did you bet on?
I bet on the loser.
Okay, so you can lose 2 gold pieces, and I'll add 2 gold pieces to Sansonay. 2 gold pieces for Sansonay. And how did the Farron Ray situation work out?
I bet on the wife.
It was Farron and Fog.
Oh, you bet on the wife.
Yeah.
So Fog lose 2 gold pieces.
Yep.
And Farron get back 2 gold pieces.
Yeah. Hell hath no fury like a
Okay. Not how I saw that encounter panning out, but
nope.
That is exactly what I love about D&D. Like maybe someone would have come on and calmed the situation, but no, you guys threw gold down. Some of you made money on this dispute. Okay, but
Awesome.
with that happening, you move on to the wall. I downloaded some special art for these locations. It's not the official material. So this is what the wall looks like. I'm not going to bother putting your tokens on there. But you can see along here, there's like lots of trinkets, bits and pieces along here. And what you see is... so it's this stretch of stone wall. As you approach it, you notice it's carved with names and wreathed in dried flowers, silver necklaces, and ropes weighted with good luck charms. And the ground near the wall is cluttered with trinkets left there as offerings. And a drow of the Aurora Watch prays near a corner of the wall.
I'm just going to take the little tiger's eye, put it down, and say a prayer to the All-Father and say I'm good.
As you guys kind of clutter around, I'm just approaching in a normal type of way, the drow stops his praying. He says, please be respectful. They've earned their rest, and they deserve their rest to be honored. But please, this is a very sacred, special place. I must insist on respect. You, Hobgoblin, you are placing something for someone? Hopscotch.
Yes. Aolin? A wounded soldier I healed back at the... I tried to help back at the
At the infirmary?
infirmary. Yep, that's it.
Well, I do not know who you are, but I can tell already that you're a hobgoblin of some character doing this favor. I mean, and you have perhaps made a friend in this person, which quite frankly he probably does not have. I suspect he has not been here long, because when a soldier is not sure of living long enough to make friends that will hold a memorial for them, they arrange to have a keepsake of theirs placed by the wall in their honor. So not only have you acted as a friend to this person where he has or she has none, you have given them something to be remembered by. I spend most of my days here focusing, looking at the trinkets, reading their names. And I am old. I think this will be my bit until the gods decide to take me. And yeah, this is Drow. Really handsome Drow. Got that old stately appearance to him, but his face is kind of crisscrossed with scars. He's obviously seen some battles. And his left leg from the knee is completely gone, and he's got an intricate prosthetic carved from some type of chitinous black rock and ringed with pales of purple light. What is your name?
They call me Fog.
Fog, and these are your companions?
Yes.
Well, if I think it is important that we take a moment and perhaps walk around the wall and focus on some names as we do so, and just keep them present in your mind. I'm sure the lost, this is a way of them being not forgotten, shall we say. So please, join me. And he starts walking around, and you see him reading names, holding up some trinkets, focus on them for a moment or two before doing the next one. Fog, what are you doing?
I am... Yep, I'm joining him, and depending on where other people are in the group, you might see Fog start crying as he does so. And he'll continue as long as this dude is going.
He spends a good half hour going around, and you solemnly follow it. What about March?
He just is off to the side, respectfully watching.
Okay. Turtwig.
Herwig is just sort of like following along, kind of amused. He kind of like wants to go touch these things, but he just knows that people will get mad at him if he touches all these relics of dead people. So he's sort of behaving like surprisingly well for a goblin, to be honest.
Yeah. So trying his best, but still being a little awkward because you're not used to this type of stuff. Would that be fair?
Yeah, that's fair. Like,
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Good enough that no one gets mad, but
Okay.
yeah, not great behavior.
Okay, so trying his best despite his limitations. What about Ray?
Say hopscotch, I'm gonna smack you.
Not hopscotch. But Ray is going down and saying, and y'all can hear it, our party name over and over, because he said that it helps to not be forgotten. Everybody keeps saying that we're going to be forgotten, and that's disturbing where we're going. So they're saying our team name over and over again, but also using this ability. It's about out of stuff. It's about like oh.
Okay. Or it's up a disadvantage on checks using that. Okay. All right.
Just trying to spread some disappropriate mirth.
Okay.
Subtly.
Cool. Okay, so you see people kind of smiling a little bit. You see the drow smiling at a couple of occasions, perhaps remembering some fond memory about someone perhaps you know personally. Who haven't we done? Did we do Farron? Farron, what's Farron doing?
He's kind of just off to the side, respectfully, also.
Okay, so we have Farron and March kind of off to the side. And I imagine Sansonai will do this as well. She'll go around and do that. That seems like a Sansonai thing to do. So after about 10 minutes or so, or a bit longer than that, going around and around, March and Farron watching on, but Turtwig doing the best he can, Ray doing the best she/he can, and Fog obviously very moved by that. The drow with this prosthetic leg and this crisscross scarred face. Thank you for doing this. Baxxozan isn't the easiest place to be in. As you can see by these hundreds of trinkets we have lost so many. I will do my best to make sure they have not forgotten, and the four of you have done that. There's a slight glare to March and Baron. And if you would allow me, still talking to Fog first, I have a gift I would like to give you. Are you willing to accept this gift?
Yes.
Okay, he reaches up to your forehead and kind of taps you right in the center of your forehead. And this little bright light kind of circles around your head like a halo and then vroom, disappears into your head. I think that will help you remember the forgotten in your time of troubles. And perhaps this will help you. Ray, he comes up to you, getting ready to tap you on the forehead. Do you allow him to?
Yeah.
So same thing. A little mote of light appears, circles around your head a few times, almost like a halo, and then woof, disappears in. Comes up to you, Turtwig. Pauses just above your forehead. Who was to receive this gift?
Turtwig is just so excited that someone wants to give him this little thing of light. So he's just jumping up and down like yes.
Stay still. I need to tap you on the forehead. Just stop bouncing for a second. And when you stop bouncing, he touches you on the forehead. Same thing, a little mote of light goes around your head like a halo, then disappears into your head. Sansonai happens the same thing. So remember the forgotten when all hope seems lost, and perhaps the memory of them will help you. And what the four of you get a mote of possibility. How a mote of possibility works is as a reaction, will cost your reaction, you can use your mote of possibility to re-roll any type of d20. So if you're in combat and you roll a natural 1 and you have a reaction, you can say, I choose to use my mote of possibility, and then you can re-roll it. Got it?
Cool.
So DM inspiration.
Kind of.
Yep.
Kind of. Does cost a reaction to use it, but very similar. Okay, so say any type of d20. Saving throws, ability checks, attacks, anytime you roll a d20.
This is like a one-time use.
Yep,
kind of thing.
one-time use. One and done. Yep. It's a motor possibility that you can use the one time. Well, I thank you once again. I'm sure you have other business to do, but if you ever need to help me remember the forgotten, please come and see me again. My name is Callum.
Pleasure to meet you.
You too.
Callum.
The blessings of the gods upon you.
The All-Father will watch over you.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Callum.
Nice to meet you too. Okay. What would you like to do?
Was there anywhere else we had to go? Or
Well,
anywhere else we wanted to go?
Somewhere to go rest. I'm tired.
I think
ready
that's the
room?
Ready room?
The ready room would be the place to go. The only other place you know of is... This is the infirmary, which you've already been to. Very obviously, this is a crematorium. You remember the captain saying most of the bodies are just burned. He probably would have gone on to explain that all soldiers' bodies are destroyed because they have examples of demons coming and taking over the bodies of dead people and using them to attack. So it's pretty much written that if you die in battle, you are taken to the crematorium and burnt. And the other thing of interest you would just notice is there's some type of temple over here. But it is getting towards the end of the day. We've got a few hours left. But you could retire to the ready room if you like. It's up to you.
I'm ready to go sleep. Are you guys okay to sleep?
I would like to eat something.
Yes. Yes, food.
Yeah, I would like to drink something.
I am sure in a place like this, there is more than enough alcohol to forget your woes.
Okay. So, you head over to the ready room. And try as I might. I mean, whoever did these art packs did art for all the interesting place, except for the ready room. So, let me just explain the ready room. There's no neat little map for this. So, as you come up to the ready room, it looks like at one time it was a barn. Like a barn for keeping farm animals. You have seen no farm animals around, so plainly it's not a barn anymore. But it's a large barn with a steepled pointed roof that looms over the battered structures near the center of town. And you notice Baxxozan is kind of a hive of constant activity. You've seen, like, don't think platoon's quite the right word, but like a group of 20 soldiers marching in formation, maybe a squadron, I don't know. But, you know, group of soldiers going back and forth, going through duels. You see some of the more common folk constantly repairing houses. Some of them are missing roofs. Some of them walls have collapsed. So it's kind of a buzz of activity despite the depressing place. Things are constantly happening. The vast majority of the populace is the Aurora Watch soldiers. But commoners are making their way here. So as you enter into this tavern, towards the end of the day, you see there's several Aurora soldiers already drinking. But where you are, you're on the ground floor of this barn, and the ground floor contains piles of tools, lanterns, shovels, ladders, and the like. And there's a dozen wooden stalls at the bottom, all kind of being curtained off and turned into sleeping quarters. You glance into one of these curtained off stalls. You know there's 5 wooden cots in there. So there's maybe sleep 60 here at capacity. And there's an elevator right in the center of the barn, almost like just a platform. It's got a very small railing around the side of it and some type of pulley system. And you see people going up and down. Apparently you just stand on this platform, pull the rope, and the elevator will take you up to the top floor. I assume you jump onto the platform, start hauling yourself up, and you're at the bar, at the inn type area of this establishment. You see there's once again dominated by Aurora Watch soldiers. Some of them are talking about the recent attack by the gibbering mouthers. They look tired, perhaps it's the end of their shift. I suspect they're about to retire for the night, while other soldiers take over the night shift. But you go find a table eventually for the 6 of you. You grab a table, and a drow comes up to you, says, "Oh, hello. Welcome to the restroom. My name is Dallas. My sister over there, Prima, does the cooking. What can we get for you? We have a tankard of beer, just a copper piece. We have mushy rice with fish, 2 copper piece. And if you wish to stay the night, just a couple of silver pieces. So what can I get for you?"
One of everything you just listed, including the room.
Well, if you hand over 2 silver and 3 copper, done.
Yep, same.
Yep.
It is done.
So I assume everybody does that. Let me know if you don't. Well, she comes back with a tankard of beer. It functions as beer. It looks like beer. It tastes like something that isn't beer. It's like very, very basic. Very good for getting drunk on. But beer connoisseurs would stay a mile away from it. Oh, there you go. Mushy rice, fish, and tankard of beer all around. I gotta say, me and my sister Dallas, Prima, we offer a few types of adventuring gear. So if you need ropes, swords, anything like that, I'm the person to talk to. So what can I get you? Is there anything you need?
Nothing that I can think of right now.
I mean, the only thing I cannot really offer is armor. But if you need any weapons, swords, shields, arrows, bows, that sort of thing, you just come and talk to me. Ask for Dallas and I'll sort you out.
For sure.
Okay. As you're sitting down and taking a deep breath, I mean, at first, apart from the grove that you've come on the way here, the ancient grove, the time on the road, this is much nicer. Now, while the beer is merely functional, the fish is overcooked, but it is a decent meal. Start feeling fairly good about yourself. March. As you're enjoying your meal, you notice a tiefling off in the corner. She is a red tiefling, dressed in blue robe, and she's taking notes. And you glance over at the notes, and you see she's you see with your passive perception of 25, you see a drawing that she's kind of studying closely and rubbing her chin. And just looking casually off it, it looks remarkably like the necklace that Fog is currently wearing around his neck. That's what you notice.
I let the party know. And I think.
What are you saying exactly?
I'm gonna say that she's drawing the thing on your neck. And then I think that healer lady said one of the people we needed to find was a tiefling also, so it could be that person.
Question.
Yes.
Do not mention that I have the necklace.
Okay. Should we approach her all together or what?
I will stay where I am and eat and drink.
Okay. And I guess I'll approach the tiefling.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just be like, ooh, it's a interesting doodle you got there.
Oh yeah, hi. Yeah, this is something I did from my research in Ankaral. I'm sorry, I tend to be a bit talkative. But my name is Christian. What's your name, friend?
My name's March.
March?
What is that thing?
I've heard it. I don't know. Here, let me show you something. And she shows you the initial sketch that looks like exactly the thing around Fogg's neck, the jewel of the three pillars. And she flips it over and says, look, I find 3 different versions of this item. I don't know what it is. And she flips the page. And it's like the same thing around Fogg's neck, but with a few more jewels around it. It looks more extravagant. And then look, I was working in one of the libraries of the Cobalt Soul and I found this. And she flips over the page and the jewel is now more elaborate. It's actually got 3 kind of pieces to the amulet and surrounded with like rubies and sapphires. Yeah, I think it's a jewel of some sort, some powerful item. It's got something to do with it. I can't quite place my finger on it. But March, I noticed you walked in with your friends. Are those your friends?
Yeah, those are my buddies.
Maybe. Yeah, you are.
We're the.
You got this. So
That's what we're called.
Oh, sister.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an interesting name. I can respect that. Okay, this it's kind of hard to say. This doesn't exactly roll off the tongue. Maybe we. You could only sit here. We could just talk, the 2 of us, if you like. But if you want me to talk to your friends, maybe we could compare notes, see what we can come up with. What do you say?
I'll gesture to the party to come over, and then if they want to come over, they can.
Oh, she wants to come to you. There's no room where she is. She wants to come to you.
Yeah, sure. Join us.
All right, and she grabs up her notes and her sketchbook, and like it's kind of one of those classic artist things. A big folder, lots and lots of paper. As she's going over, a couple of pieces of paper slip out, and she picks up and puts them back in her folder. And she sits
glancing as she's gathering her stuff. Do I see anything of notice among those notes?
Make a perception check. Oh man, this is your strong suit. 21. Roll me a d4.
D4. 3.
You notice a rubbing of a symbol that depicts a long-haired woman peering into the distance. Make me a religion check, March.
I know nothing of religion.
7. So you notice it's representing some type of deity, but you do not know what it was. But it's a long-haired woman peering into a distance, and it appears to be a rubbing. Like she put it on something and did a bit of charcoal or something over the top of it so the image appeared through. But you don't recognize it. But you do recognize this, but you don't recognize who this goddess might be. The Christian grabs up his stuff, sits down at the table and says, hi, everybody.
As we're walking
Yep.
over to the table, I'm going to use my psychic whisper to describe that picture that I just saw to Ray
Okay.
and ask them if they have come across any depictions of anything looking like that.
Ray, make me a religion check.
Yes.
Ray's good at. And
Nice.
you do recognize it. This long-haired woman peering into the distance. It is in fact the holy symbol of Avandra the Changebringer. Holy symbol of
so Ray will-
Avandra the Changebringer. Yep.
Ray will share that enthusiastically and go on and on until you shut him up.
Nice,
Now-
nice.
One of the three
One
people.
of the 3 people, yeah.
Yeah.
With what was the other one? Sylvanus? Yeah, Sylvanus.
Yes, that. Sehanine.
That's how you said it, I think. Sehanine.
I think I said it right.
I always struggle to say that one, so let's assume you said it right. Okay, so this tiefling question comes up to the table and says, "Hi guys, yeah, I'm Question. I'm just talking to your friend over here. What's your name? Fog." She talks to Fog. "Hey, Mr. Hobgoblin, what's your name?" Rolling dice. That's interesting.
He'll look up from the dice to her and say, "You are alone in this world, aren't you?"
Oh my god.
Well, that's a little bit dark. I just asked you your name, but well, I'm a long way from home. If that's what you mean. I'm originally from Ankarel. I work for the Cobalt Soul over there. I'm just doing a little bit of research here. But am I gonna die alone? I got friends. I know people. But sure, Mr. Grumpy. Okay. What about you, Mr. Harangon?
He'll grab her hand and start shaking it vigorously and
Yeah.
go through the whole spiel. Like, my name's Ren Farron, but all my friends call me Farron, so you can call me Farron.
Oh, well, I do like you. Pleasure to meet you, Farron. Why you have a fox at your table?
It's my pet.
It's your pet. And Question starts stroking Ray.
He'll pat it on
Ray-
the head. You know?
Ray definitely gives you a look.
Patting. Oh, nice doggy. Sure. And a goblin. You ever met a goblin I never liked? What's your name, friend?
You're muted, Sam.
Maybe he just
Amy there?
wants to be
Yeah, he looks
quiet.
like he disconnected from the game, so.
Oh,
Oh,
But he's
You
still
might bet.
connected in Discord. Hello, my name's Turtwig the Goblin. Pleasure to meet you. And and she's introducing herself to Sansone, who takes her hand. So I've been around here a little bit. I haven't seen you guys around here before. What you doing in Baxxozan? Mercenary work? Archaeologist? I happen to be an archaeologist myself.
we dabble in a bit of archaeology,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
to discover things,
yeah.
right, guys?
Just things?
Great.
Nothing in particular?
Well, we're trying to get access to the thing that my character remembers, but I can't.
You want to go to
Betrayer's
the
Rise.
Betrayer's Rise? Wow, that's mighty brave of you. I mean, I'd love to go there myself, but you know, I'm a bit of an artist with my pen, not so much with the sword. And you know, people joke, they say, "Oh, pen's mightier than a sword." Yeah, I've never seen someone take down a demon with a pen, so my experience will be just scholarly. as such. Why are you going to the Betrayer's Rise?
Adventure,
Our
right, guys?
destiny.
Ooh,
And
Destiny. Destiny Adventure. Wow, that sounds interesting. I have to ask, can you tell me a little bit more about this Destiny, this adventure? Feel free to tell me to shut up. I tend to talk a lot, so I'm being too personal. Just politely refuse.
Honestly, we're trying to figure it out as we go along. We're not sure what we're supposed to find there.
Ah, wow, I can understand that. Hey, look, you seem like good folk. You seem, except for Mr. Grumpy over there, the rest of you seem nice enough. Yeah, let me show you. And she opens up her sketchbook on the table, kind of pushing aside some bowls of mushy rice and mushy fish and spilling a little bit of some of your tankards of beer. Oh, sorry about that. And she kind of pushes the spilled beer off her sketches. And look, I've been doing a lot of research in the archives of the Cobalt Soul in Ankaral. I don't know if you know Ankaral, but it's a very, very far away city. I lived there for 5 years, and all my research has led me to here. So this is the first thing that I find. It's a bit of a mystery. I know it's related somehow to the Betrayer's Rise and Tales from the Calamity. And she brings out a sketch. And the sketch is of an island. The island is bathed both in the moonlight of Cather, the white moon, and Ruidius, the red moon. And they're both full moons. And the island is covered with trees, marble pillars, and crystal shards. And you all look at it once, and then twice, and then blink your eyes. This bears a remarkable resemblance to the final chamber in the Emerald Grotto, where you got the Jewel of the Three Prayers. I mean, yes, it's an island, you were in a grotto, but apart from that difference, looks remarkably similar. Same type of trees, same type of pillars, and these crystal shards. It looks remarkably like that. So I'm not sure. I found this in some ancient writings about some halfway god, I guess. Don't know what it means. I gotta ask, does this mean anything to you? Budding adventurers seeking your destiny?
Did she show the drawing of the change bringer in the stuff that she was showing us, or just the?
You mean the Jewel of the Three Prayers?
What?
What do you mean? I mean,
You know how she had the little sketch of what?
of the Jewel of Three
Avandra?
Prayers, you mean? Oh, Avandra. No, she hasn't shown that yet.
Yeah.
No, she hasn't shown
no.
that yet. She's just excitedly flipping through her book. So she showed you the sketch of an island. I don't know, man. It's something to do with this halfway god I've read about. Something to do with the calamity. Does this mean anything to you?
Yeah, we were at a place like that like a week ago.
No. Really? Tell me everything.
We were there a week ago.
Wow, that's I mean, where was it?
God, I can't remember the name of the city. I was trying to look it up. Jigao, yeah. Yeah, it was Jigao. It was like their festival. We did like a race, and it looked like that place.
You're doing a race, and at the end of it, you found a grotto that looked like this?
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting, because this is obviously an island, and you found a grotto, so I don't know what that means. Did you find anything of interest there?
Baron will just like side eye look at Fog to see if like he makes any gestures.
He's going to stand up and walk to the bar and get another drink and step away from the conversation.
No, not really. Nothing of importance. We won though. beat the
No,
other team.
He says a fair. No, we found that thing on the shark.
Oh yeah, that what was it, like an emerald
Yeah.
Got an
that we
emerald
need
on
to
a
collect for the race?
shark. Oh, that's hey! Did it look like this? And she starts bringing out the sketches of the Jewel of Three Prayers. Three prayers. The first one looks exactly like the one Fog wears around the necks, and the other two look a bit more elaborate. Did it look anything like this?
No.
Not that one.
It's
Oh,
like a green emerald. I think it's an emerald, right?
oh, that green. Oh, okay. Well, it's worth asking. I mean, I'm trying to put together all these pieces. Yeah. So I know that this. I call it. It's called the Jewel of Three Prayers. Has some type of great power in it. It's a mighty vestige of the Divergence. So look, I've been forthright with you guys. I'm just asking you that if you come across any more information, you give it back to me. Right? Fair is fair.
For sure.
Oh.
Is there, do you have anything else on this jewel? It sounds pretty interesting.
Oh, I don't know. See, the reason I've associated these things in my research in the Cobalt Soul in the city of Ankaral, I came across this folk ballad. It's written in Undercommon. Thankfully, I spoke Undercommon, and it speaks of this unnamed halfway god, like not quite human, not quite divine, somebody kind of in the middle. And he was a champion, and he was given so much power by the three prime deities during the calamity that he almost became nearly divine himself. There's some association with him and the Jewel of the Three Prayers. Like the deities surely prayed for him, right? So that's 1, 2, 3 prayers. I'm thinking maybe they associate the two. I heard that there was a great battle here where this halfway god did something. What he did, I don't know, but all the roads have led me here to Baxxozan.
The hero half god that you're talking about,
Yeah.
was he that one hero that asked for aid from Avandra, Sehanim, and there was another one. I'm afraid I don't remember at the time. Do you know the third god? It's completely blanking my mind right now.
Well, it's blanking your mind, March the player, because I don't think you've learned who the third
Yeah,
prayer
I'm
was
trying to figure it out if that person knows.
He's playing them, yeah.
Yeah, so you as players, or as player characters, don't know the third person and the third god.
Yeah, him the character is
Yeah,
trying to lead him along.
I was reading what you wrote down.
Oh, good. Good, taking notes. I like it. I don't know. I don't know. All I know, there were prime deities. I know almost certainly they weren't the betrayer gods, so one of the prime deities. But I don't know. I mean, I think one of them is Avandra the Changebringer. Now, I was up at the Betrayer's Rise, and let me just say, I did not go into the Betrayer's Rise. I was outside the gate, which is heavily guarded by the Aurora Watch. And I noticed on a wall carving, just a little bit inside of the Betrayer Rise, there was a symbol there of this long-haired woman peering into the distance. I asked around, and it's the holy symbol of Avandra the Changebringer. And I did this little sketching, and she shows you the picture she showed before. Now, well, I understand it. The Betrayer's Rise is not a particularly nice place. I mean, this whole city used to be ruled by people loyal to the Betrayer gods. People like Asmodeus and nasty people like that, and Loth. And they used to take mortals and throw them into those engines that we used to grind up demons now. It's some type of sacrifice to the Betrayer gods. So that temple up there, the Betrayer's Rise was their temple. Why would there be a symbol of Ovandra the Changebringer there? She's a prime deity, that's not a betrayer god, so I'm a little confused about that.
That is odd.
So that's all I've got. I mean, I didn't know that what you said. I think someone said name was March about them begging the gods or something. That's new information to me. She starts sketching it down in her notebook. And there's something resembling the grotto in Jigao when she's taking notes of that. Anything else you can give me?
That's all I know.
Ranfairn will like go like whisper to March, I guess. Say like should we show them? Like they seem to know a lot about this.
You
Or
can,
something.
I can be a little channel.
In my
Eh.
with my psychic whispers, I'll just be like, I don't think we should. The goblin in Jigao said not to tell a bunch of people, and the what's it called? The healer lady was like,
And this person talks as much as I do.
yeah, and also we don't want to put ourselves in danger. Maybe we could like try to trick them into coming to the Betrayer Rise with us. I don't know. But I don't think we should show them yet. They
Okay.
haven't really proven themselves.
I can respond in your head, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I could say like we could just see if they want to come with us and maybe what they're looking into and what our destiny might lead down the same path and we could work
Yeah.
together or something like that.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Are you guys okay? You just got quiet and couldn't help but notice the sidelong glances you're giving each other.
Oh, we just do that sometimes. I get lost in his eyes.
Oh, you guys are together. That's so sweet.
just good friends.
Oh,
The best of friends.
But
best of friends who
anyways,
gaze into each
I was
other's
wondering-
eyes. Got it. Okay. She gives you a very unsubtle wink. Huh?
I was wondering if you wanted to accompany us on our journey to fulfill our destiny. I feel like maybe our goals could somehow align.
Yeah.
This meeting that we've had seems fortuitous.
Well, by accompany you mean accompanying you to the Betrayer's Rise?
Yeah.
I don't know, anywhere in our journey. And also, we can protect you. We're strong.
Well, I'll make a persuasion check, Mr. March.
Oh, God. You should have said that, Farron, not me.
I know you just started going with it, so I was like, I'll just let him do his thing.
Oh, jeez.
Persuasion.
My mouse died. Give me 1 second.
Sure.
Here, I'll just roll
Oh,
off
yeah,
my
let's just-
character sheet.
To...
Just for comparison. Of course, this roll will mean nothing, Mr. Farron.
Oh, actually, all right. Oh,
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
I should have prayed at that wall.
Oh,
Just roll my psychic dice, though. See if that helps.
I mean, rules as written, a natural one on an ability check is not necessarily a failure.
Can you use that thing you just got? The
Hey,
I didn't pray at the wall. I thought respectfully watching would be enough.
oh man,
Did you roll a psychic die?
die?
bad persuasion.
So a 12.
Yeah, as I explained, I tend to use a pen. I'm a researcher at heart. And this is what I do with the kobolds. So, I mean, we document stuff, we record it, we have great libraries all across Exandria. I tell you what, Betrayer's right, that is 100% out of the question. I cannot wield a sword for the life of me. Tell you what, I was in the morning going to visit the temple. I'm not sure what's at the temple. I've been putting it off for a while. But if you'd accompany me with it, maybe we could journey to the temple tomorrow. And maybe we could learn something about these prime deities and maybe learn a bit more. So maybe join me in the morning.
Don't we
That
have to
sounds
meet,
good, right,
Don't we have to
guys,
meet
or-
that other person in the morning?
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe we could meet the captain after.
Oh, well,
Or I don't know.
see, I'm more than happy to come along and talk to Captain Varys with you, but he's not, shall we say, terribly fond of all the archaeologists here. His orders are to keep the demons at bay, and he feels we just more or less get in the way. And so I could come along, for sure. Visit the captain, visit the temple. Yeah, we could do that. Alright, I'll tell you what, let me buy a round of drinks to celebrate this new friendship. And Mr. Grumpy over there, he's your friend as well, right?
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'm going to buy him a drink as well. And she gets up, buys a round of drinks. And on her way back, she places a mug of beer in front of Fog. And she says, oh, it's okay, no hard feelings. And she pauses for a moment, expecting a response. Fog?
He'll just give her cheers and a nod.
Cheers! And she figures you have your own issues going on, so she returns to the table. Alright, to knowledge! And she holds up her mug, expecting a clank back. As you're talking and just shooting the breeze with a question, you notice someone else who seems to be almost eavesdropping in on the conversation.
The Ayojabe.
It's not Ayojabe. You haven't seen Ayojabe. You notice a gaunt figure march in scarlet robes nearby, apparently turning his head at just the right moment when you say something particularly interesting. And what they look like... Ew, what happened there? I have character art for them. Oh, my handout's not working. Let me just give a quick refresh. Okay.
Who did we
Did we
lose?
lose Sam?
Lost Sam.
Yeah, he's been in and out. Seems like.
Maybe he fell asleep.
Yeah, I think you probably did earlier.
He dropped out of Discord.
Yes,
Yeah.
man.
Okay.
Yep.
He's still in roll 20? He's still in roll 20. Okay, well, it is what it is. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Obviously, it's just one of those two people. It's the one in red. Very gaunt, female, obviously elfin, and wearing their robes. And they're, they've been eavesdropping.
That's rude.
Dropping no eaves.
I'm going to psychically whisper in that person's ear and say, "Hey, buddy, you got a problem? Or you keep looking this way?" And then I wave.
The elf. There was psychically, and you wave
Yes.
after the psychic thing. The elf kind of raises an eyebrow, clicks herself, pulls these robes around her, and she's very skinny underneath it. Hello. Hello, question. It is, I will say, interesting to see you. How is the work for the Cobalt Soul Gang? Aloysia, look, I'm just talking with my friends here. If you just might mind minding your own business, please. And completely ignoring her, Aloysia sits down. You were right. My blue elf friend. I was indeed eavesdropping. You are new in town here. I can tell you're not the usual, shall we say, muscle-bound idiots who come here seeking work. There is something different about you, and you are new in town. So let me get right to the point. I wish to find an ancient prayer site deep inside the Betrayer's Rise. Based on what I've learned from you, and yes, I was eavesdropping, you can't blame me for being curious of newcomers. I surmise that a journey to the Betrayer's Rise will be of use to both of us. We can both use each other's talent. As you've no doubt heard, demons escape from there. As I'm sure you know as well, demons come from the abyss. Infernal planes of damnation. I happen to be an expert on all things abyssal. I speak the language. The history is known to me. Whatever is in the Betrayer's Rise, I'm sure it could be of most use. So I can aid you through and describe things and decode things for you. Now, if you agree to accompany me, I don't imagine you would do it for free. If you accompany me, I've been authorized to pay you 50 gold pieces each to accompany me. What do you say?
Authorized by who?
Oh, she is working for the Vermilion Dream. And Aloysius said, oh, that is true. I do work for the Vermilion Dream. We're called formally the Consortium of Vermilion Dream. And look, guys, look, I've been open with you. Like, I'm from the Cobalt, so we'd like to research, we like to document, we like to store things away from prying hands who might use it for misuse. This person starts waggling her finger to Lucian. This person, they would like take such items, they wouldn't destroy them like the Allegiance would, they wouldn't store them like the Cobalt Soul. They would use them. And Aloysius says, well, this is true. Knowledge is very useful. If you learn something about an artifact, well, why not use it? I see some insights going on here. Ray, you're pretty sure Aloysian is an elf. You're not entirely sure. Fog, what are you inciting in particular? Not being at the table for one thing.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get a sense of it. Does she have ill intent? I guess would be.
Okay, I'm going to have you make another insight check because it's going to be a disadvantage because you're not at the table and you've got your back to them and you're just purely basing it on what the... Oh my goodness. Okay, so Aloysia, this elf, obviously her and Question have their differences. You've heard Question mention she works for the Cobalt Soul, and people who follow Critical Role have probably heard about that organization.
Sure.
And she's, the elf has mentioned she's from the Consortium of the Vermilion Dream. Ill intent? She is genuine that she wants to go, she wants accompaniment to the Betrayer's Rise. I think you heard that from the priest, that she was looking for mercenaries to take her there. So you believe that part of the story. But she hasn't actually mentioned what she wants from there. She just mentioned she wants to go there. That kind of raises your curiosity. You know, she's genuine, she wants to pay you to go there. But she's hiding something back. Like the reason why she might go there. So I'll let you determine, Fog, what that means. That's what you get with a 24 inside.
Alright.
So, I've been authorized by the Vermilion Dream. 50 gold pieces, and I am an expert in Abyssal. Don't trust her, man. If she finds something that's immensely powerful, she's going to try and take it for her own and possibly use it. Oh, look, Question, must we go over this again, and again? If there's something powerful, it can be used. Maybe the good people here of Joahas, maybe it'll be the thing that turns the battle against the Empire. Powerful artifacts are not to be stored in vaults like you do. It needs to be used. Make no apologies that if something is powerful, then I would request that I have it. I could even pay you if you do not agree. I make no secret of the fact. So I ask you once again, despite the blathering of this tiefling, 50 gold pieces. We get an expert in Abyssal. This could be of a mutually beneficial situation.
I think we should get paid more since the priest lady says your expeditions don't go very good.
Well, it is dangerous, for sure. The last one, it did not go well. I think I paid them for their muscles and not for their brains. I'll make a persuasion check. Darren?
Something I'm actually good at. Maybe.
Oh, have you cursed the roll?
I shouldn't have said anything until after I rolled. Still decent.
I'll tell you what. I do have enough funds to pay you 100 gold pieces. All we need to do is enter the Betrayer's Rise, have a look around, see what there is to be found. I can definitely help decode stuff, and I think you'd be a lot better at slaying demons if we come across any. So 100 gold pieces. Do we have a deal?
I can't speak for the group, but that sounds pretty good. I mean, we're going there anyway, so might as well get paid.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Don't trust her. Look, Question. Will you stop your blathering? I've made myself clear. I am paying these people to accompany me. I'll provide expertise. They'll provide protection. Would you perhaps like a moment to talk about my offer?
Yes, please.
Well, if we do have an agreement, let me know within the hour. And if you do decide to go with me, I will share you what I know about the Betrayer's Rise and some history and lore about that. Ray, what are you inciting? Trust them both. Okay. With that, Aloysia raises, steps away from the table. She casually reaches over and grabs a drink and takes a big gulp from it. And, goes, hey, that was mine! Oh, I'm dreadfully sorry, Question. Let me get the next round. And she places the cup down and just goes to a random place on the bar, obviously not buying another round. Don't trust her, guys.
Well, group, what do we think?
Tell you what, look, I'm going to give you your privacy as well, okay? As I said, I'm going to share any information I find about the Betrayer's Rise, this weird half-hero, half-god guy. I expect the same in back. But a pleasure to meet you all. And she goes to a different place in the bar.
As she starts to leave, Ray changes into the girl into her other form. Bye.
Oh. Gee,
Nice to
did
meet
you did you mind that I pet you? Was that okay?
No, not so much, but it's okay. Bye.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Bye. And Question goes to another place of the bar, starting sketching and writing in her folder thing. Table is yours.
I think we should work with both of them.
They're both very trustworthy.
So get paid to go in since we're gonna go anyway, and then just feed information into Question, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if we give more information to Question, then they might have more info on stuff we may need to know.
And if Aloysia tries to pull a fast one,
we kill them.
Yeah. You just fucking I mean, it's like what? 6 against 1?
Depends on the one, but yeah.
Yeah, no. I'm good for working for both.
Yeah.
Not us.
You have not been murder hobo this campaign at all.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
All of a sudden.
Except for the first whatever, the woman died. Yeah. Sure. I like it.
Yeah, I don't see any negatives in doing a bit of both.
If Ray likes it, might be a bad idea.
That's okay. This group was built on bad ideas.
I agree.
Does anyone not agree with this?
Well, you being
Are they going to work together?
Well, Question said they don't want to go into the ruins or the Betrayer's Rise.
Yeah, and then pretty much Aloysia said they'll accompany us, right?
Yeah.
And then they're gonna pay us for protection.
Yeah.
So I don't see why not.
Yeah, if we protect them and they might actually be able to like lead us through and maybe help us to whatever it is we're supposed to find in here.
And they said they would give us information too.
Yeah. Seems like a win-win.
Yeah, it's a win-win-win.
Win-win-win.
It's hard to argue with that many wins.
Cool.
So we're all in agreement?
It would seem so.
Also scary.
What do you mean scary? You said you trust them both.
I do, but we're all in agreement. We don't usually all agree. Somebody's agreeing.
Sans nay says nay.
There you go.
There you go. Feel better?
Much better.
So should we let them know?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll say one of you go and approach Aloysia and welcome her back to the table. She sits down, her red robes flowing around, and says, "So, have we come to an understanding?"
We
Here's
agree
tab.
to your
Yeah.
terms.
Very well. I'm pleased to hear
100
that.
gold.
Yeah, 100 gold, you said.
100
Each.
gold. Yes, each. That is the agreed upon price. As I said, I have some interesting information. As agreed, I will share this information with you. But, I would very much appreciate it if you do not share the information I give you with question. Let's just say that our goals are not aligned.
Absolutely not.
Okay, I'm going to have Aloysia. What her passive? I don't think she can beat that, but let's have a look. So she's be inciting that. What's insight? It's a wisdom, charisma,
Wisdom.
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 That's how the day went away because of psychic focus.
Yep. Well, I'm not going to tell you the result because you don't get to read. But you sounds like you're in fact planning to tell Christian absolutely everything, but you said
Ray does.
absolutely not.
Ray trusts them both.
True.
Well, as long as we've come to this understanding that you will not relay this information to question, I suspect I suggest we just retire down into the maybe get a room downstairs. Maybe a little bit more privacy, shall we say. As a token of good faith, I will pay for your rooms.
Well,
Fantastic.
I already paid for mine, but thanks for the offer.
No. Hush. Ray's broke.
A gold piece would be more than sufficient to cover it. So I tell you what I'll do. She flicks a gold coin to Ray. Let's just say that I paid for it. I have already paid for it. That is fine.
Fantastic.
You go back down the lift, and there is one of these sectioned off rooms with 5 cots, so not quite enough for you, but she in fact uses it to pay for 2. But she gathers together you into one of these things. Now these sleeping quarters are just separated by curtains, so the privacy is not huge. And she says, would one of you just mind keeping an eye on the outside to make sure that nobody is eavesdropping on us?
Sure, I'll watch.
Don't. No.
I'll keep watch.
Okay.
And then I'll just stay within viewing distance so I can hear and see what they're saying.
I was gonna say you could probably hear and see absolutely anything and
Yeah.
everything going on.
As long as I can see lips moving, I know what you guys are saying.
Okay, so you're kind of standing in the curtained off entrance to the sleeping quarters, so you can very easily glance to see what's happening inside and glance to see what's outside. Ray, are you keeping watch regardless?
Yeah.
Okay, both of you make
Oh,
a perception
God.
check.
That's
4, okay, on point.
Right.
Oh!
Oh my goodness.
And
So,
then roll a psychic
Ray-
dice to add to that.
Ray rolls a 5 on the dice, and he loses by 13, or I said 8 points. You watch. There is Aurora Watch soldiers coming and going for the most part. You don't see question. Just appears to be a flow of Aurora Watch soldiers, but if you do spot anything, I'll let you know. All right. I'm glad that the elf and the not sure what that creature is, but let me just plainly, if I may. So Ray, you're in female form?
Yep.
Okay.
Right. Right.
I must ask, and I mean no offense, but is it wise to be taking a child into the betrayer's rise?
They can handle themselves.
So you
About
sure
as wise
though?
as she is.
Are you sure she will be, shall we say, an asset, not a liability in there?
Oh yeah.
Wait, I need to ask, is that deception or persuasion?
I mean, you said
You'll never
you
know.
trusted them and wouldn't share with March, but but yeah. And what are you deceiving or persuading, Ray? I'm a little confused.
No, I was joking about whether he was deceiving them about me being an asset. Right.
Oh, I see. I see. I'll let your players decide if that was deception or persuasion. Well, if you trust her, then then that is your business. As question mentioned to you, I do work the consortium of the Vermilion Dream. I too am based mostly in Ank'Harel, faraway continent from here, on the continent of Market. And shall we say, my organization prefers to move more in the shadows. Nothing wrong with that. We just find it's more productive that way. But what I've learned with my various contacts, both in Ank'Harel and here in Wildmount, is we've gathered together fragmented historical records that tell of this unidentified hero of the Calamity who hailed from the lands of Wildmount. And he was born under the full moon of Rodius and wields Vermilion's moon power. What we've also learned, just paste that into roll 20. Further research from my contacts, that this hero, this unidentified hero, participated in one of the climactic battles across the continents of Wildmount and Market, including the battle at the Betrayer's Rise. So I heard what Christian was saying to you, and she was onto something. This hero participated in a great battle here. What I've also learned is this hero, whoever they are, died in this climatic battle at the Betrayer's Rise, and was brought back to life as a type of vengeful spirit by Evandra the Changespringer. Like, not alive, not dead, a purpose of a singular mind. What the singular mind was, I don't know. And this hero, we're not sure if this is before or after he became not really alive and not really dead. The hero wore a pendant containing the power of 3 gods. Now, I happen to see the pendant that Question had sketched out. I think it's the very same pendant that this person wore. So the hero that died was brought back to life. The pendant that he wore, this jewel of 3 prayers, as Question gives it, contains the power of the 3 gods. Now, cards on the table. What I seek above anything is a certain type of power. It's a substance which we have dubbed rubidium. And yes, it is named after Rubidius, the Red Moon. There are strong links, we believe, between this unnamed hero, the fact that he was born under Rubidius, and we've just started, shall we say, exploring the areas beneath Ankaral and discovering this strange red substance. It seems to almost have a life of its own, like some twisted, infected vine. It is red, like rubidium. I seem to understand more about rubidium. I believe my questions might be answered in the Betrayer's Rise. That is what I and my organization knows. Now, Malcolm says, I know that was a lot. And Aloysia will say, so, that is my cards on the table. Do you have any questions?
No.
Yeah, no questions here.
I know I was talking a lot there because a screensaver came on my computer. I haven't touched anything. All right. Very well then. Well, I suggest we all get a good night's sleep. One final little piece of information. There's a little sniveling tiefling poking around. His name is Prolix. We have an agreement. I am paying you well. I suggest you don't talk to Prolix. Just ignore the sniveling little tiefling. Understand that was not the terms of our agreements, but I would strongly suggest you keep your distance from Prolix.
Why? What's wrong with that guy?
He thinks he's above the station that he is. He works for an organization called the Allegiance of All Sight, who quite frankly just rub everybody the wrong way. Always talking about we should be trusted with these things, we will destroy them. As an archaeologist, the thought of destroying items just fills me with horror. Like back in Ankaral, they've discovered great weapons of power that have been blessed with the power of rubidium. We study them and they destroy them. They are destroyers of history. So for that reason, I suggest you well avoid them.
Pretty good argument.
Yeah.
Destroyers of history, keep your distance. Well, I think you're all bearing some wounds, especially you, Sansana. You look a little beat up. So, let's rest up. I'll return to my own quarters, and I will see you first thing come morning. Good night to you all.
Hey.
Loisia walks out.
So we're telling question. As soon as you walked in, we're telling question, right?
Not until we return.
Okay.
Long rest is
Yay.
successfully undertaken. Once again, a fairly comfortable bed, much better than the sleeping mats you've been sleeping out into the across the what's it called? Across the barbed fields. A lot more comfortable than that.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And you relax up. So mechanically, you all get a long rest. Bing! And it seems like a good place to end for the evening.
Yeah.
A lot of role playing this session. I enjoyed it. It was good.
Yeah, it's fun.
Don't think
Okay.
I've talked that much before.
Yeah, it's good. That's one of the reasons I like this adventure. There's lots of very cool encounters and lots of opportunity to role play. So
Yeah, it's cool.
I enjoy that. Okay, guys. We'll see you next week. Take care.